Bill Snell is a man of the people. Though we don't know where he was born or even what his birth certificate says, we do know that he was loved. In the early years, Bill was fascinated with the traveling free library. But his love of education was only outweighed by his love for the librarian. His love for the librarian soon sent them down the aisle, and the future man of the people now had a family. Bill's expressionless face would pay off later as he would throw his hat into the political realm. At the beginning of their marriage, Bill and his wife moved to this very small home to begin their life together. Bill also was interested in the movie Rebel Without a Cause, and we do believe that this movie is what started his path towards politics. Bill furthered his knowledge at the Institution of Knowledge, called Grace Seminary. We tried to get his records, but they have been translated to the Dead Sea Scroll language, and we are unable to understand them at this time. Later that year, they named a building after Bill, using what his friends called him, Billy, as seen here. This later would become the place where he would throw his hat into the ring of politics. Bill did have to put his political career on hold, as he had to deal with the death of many trees and try to understand why he wanted to become Paul Bunyan. As life would have it, they began to have children, and before they knew it, they had 3 of them. The Snells were a very well-respected family in the community, and the thought of a political career had to be put on the back burner. But that did not stop his pursuit of the White House. Unknown to his family, Bill had acquired some deep pockets with his investment into the maple syrup industry. His business skills were unchallenged by anyone, and he began to build his empire. He owned West Coast Airlines, and this allowed him to fly quickly wherever he needed to go. He quickly got his children working so that they would understand the value of a dollar. He would often be seen at costume parties where he got his friends to support his journey to the White House. He would often have high-level meetings working out the specific details of his plans. He spent some of his time in the pulpit so that he could better understand the separation of church and state. One of his most famous sermons was called, "It Will Be a Cold Day in Myersdale, PA, before I run for office," and that next day he was filing the papers to do so. Bill is a committed father, and even though he worked all the time and many hours, he tried not to take naps when he was with his children. Bill Snell is not only committed to his family, but he is committed to the people of the United States. And with your help this November, we can put this man into the White House.